Hey you, yeah you who clicked on this video. Thanks for giving our channel a shot. And if you will, please do us the honor of watching the video all the way through. Appreciate it. Now onto the video.
What in the hell did I just watch? Oh my god, this is 8 hours that I am never going to get back. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Netflix Resident Evil series. Let's get into it. So, for those of you at home keeping score, this is yet another bastardization by Netflix. At this point in time, I'm willing to say that you should never give Netflix the benefit of the doubt when it comes to live action adaptation of any, and I do mean any, intellectual property that they do not own or have not created themselves. So basically, what am I talking about? Well, again, for those of you keeping score at home, this is now Cowboy Bebop, Death Note. Um, well, I guess Full Metal Alchemist was okay. They're about to do it to One Piece and Yu Yu Hakusho, and yeah, it's just, and now we got Resident Evil. It's getting to be too much. I can't. This show, not to, I mean, forget the fact that it's completely race swapped. That Albert Wesker is a white man, always has been, always will be, and they felt the need to do this to Lance Reddick, a actor that I love. I love Lance Reddick. I loved him in Fringe. I love his Funny or Die sketches. That dude is great. And yet his talents are completely wasted in this. He's made to look like a deadbeat father, an incompetent scientist, and an overall cuck to his superiors. It is just mind-boggling how terrible this is. The main character who's playing his daughter, Jade, is awful. Both of the girls are awful, but like she's just egregiously awful. And it doesn't matter because this show goes from the current day in 2022 to the 2036, and she's awful in both cases. Both actresses are awful. The writing is awful. It's just terrible. Now, if this actress looks vaguely familiar to you, it's because she was in a movie that more than likely none of you saw, and that was the Charlie's Angels reboot. And I hate to report this, but she's not doing any better in this. She is terrible. So, what is the premise of this? Well, the premise is that the zombie apocalypse has happened. Most of the population are, in fact, zombies, or what they are called in this idiot show, zeros. I've never heard of that before. It really makes no sense as to why to call them that, but whatever. So, the zeros are pretty much the dominant population, and there are only about 300 million humans left. And the bright idea that Jade Wesker, God, I can't say that anymore. It just hurts my head. But fake Albert Wesker's daughter is that she is going to figure out a way to coexist with the zeros based on them evolving to a point where they can, I guess that they'll have somewhat sentient thought and be able to, not do what they're supposed to do, which is eat people and flesh. But it's like I said, don't put too much thought into it. They certainly didn't, so you shouldn't either. So this nonsensical plot is basically wrapped around the idea that Albert Wesker is a scientist, not a member of STARS, but a scientist who developed or partially helped develop the T virus, and now they're using a modified strain of the T virus to create an antidepressant called Joy. Again, this is just stupid. It's woke as hell. And when I mean woke, I mean it just continually tries to shoehorn in basically talking points of the day, whether we're talking about sexuality, gender, feminism, whether we're talking about COVID, which, yes, I'm not joking, they mentioned COVID in a series that's dealing with zombies, but whatever. Then there's also the idea of racism. Oh god. So in the first episodes, even though Wesker is the premier scientist on this compound in South Africa, which they, oh god, unsubtly named New Raccoon City after, I guess, their version of the incident in Raccoon City, they go out of their way to try to demonize white people in a way that is just unnecessary. When they get to the town, the whole town is white. The cars are white. All the houses are white. People are usually wearing either white or pastel clothing. Most of the citizens are white. It's just, and then they point it out verbally in the script, like it's blatant, utter racist trash, and it just doesn't stop there. And the worst thing of all, the worst thing, besides the terrible CGI, besides the terrible dialogue, besides everything else that's just god awful in this stupid sandwich, is the fact that it is boring. I had a better time with this show watching it as background noise as I continued to do other work than I did when I was actually paying attention to this god awful narrative on this god awful story. Please do yourself a favor and just avoid this at all costs. It is not worth it. Don't watch it. Not even drunk. It is just that bad. Just skip the whole damn thing completely. Thank me later. And by the way, fuck you guys. I was right about this from the beginning. I did a Twitter poll. People told me overwhelmingly, oh, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. No, it's not fine. It's utter and complete trash. If you're going to use black characters, if you're going to have black people in a show, then have actual black characters, not white characters that are reskinned to be black now. It is egregious and it is terrible, and I am so tired of it. Netflix, stop it! Well, that's my rant on this one, guys. Like I said, avoid Netflix Resident Evil series at all costs. Go play the games if you like Resident Evil. Go even watch the Mila Jovovich movies. This show was so bad that I would recommend Welcome to Raccoon City, Great Value Resident Evil over this trash. That's how bad this is. And if you've been watching me or you've seen any of my videos on Raccoon City, you know I had nothing good to say about that. And that is still 100 times better than this trash. Alright guys, with that being said, see you on the next one. 8-Bit Heroes out. Peace.
If you'd like to get a shout out on the channel, then hit that like button, maybe share it with a couple of friends, and do us the biggest honor of all, and subscribe to the channel so you can join the 8-Bit Heroes family. And while you're at it, hit that bell icon so you can be notified when our new videos come out.